Good morning. It's Thursday morning, and we read from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 9, verses 19b, the second half of verse 19, 19b through 25. For some days, Saul was with the disciples at Damascus, and immediately he proclaimed Jesus in the synagogue, saying, "He is the Son of God." And all who heard him were amazed and said, "Is this not the man who made havoc in Jerusalem of those who called upon this name? And has he not come here for this purpose, to bring them bound before the chief priests?" But Saul increased all the more in strength, and confounded the Jews who lived in Damascus by proving that Jesus was the Christ. When many days had passed, the Jews plotted to kill him. But their plot became known to Saul. They were watching the gates day and night in order to kill him, but his disciples took him by night and let him down through an opening in the wall, lowering him in a basket. So, the church's arch enemy, Saul, goes to Damascus to arrest Christians and has this experience, and then instead goes to the synagogue and proclaims that Jesus is the Messiah. And proves it. And everybody is amazed and confounded. Wait a minute, isn't this the guy who was their enemy, and now he's in here proclaiming their gospel? What is going on? And so after a while, they decide the only way to solve this problem is to kill him. And so they're guarding, they're watching the gates, get him when he leaves the city, but he never leaves the city. And he has disciples, so his friends, they hear about this, and his friends say, "You know what? We can let you down through the window in the wall." Now, where else have we heard this? Let's think. Rahab. When Joshua sent the spies into Canaan to spy it out, they were trapped in the city, and Rahab let them out through a hole in the wall, through a window. The houses were built into the wall, against the wall, and so they had windows that looked out of the city into the countryside, and they lowered Paul in a basket out one of those windows, and he escapes. Well, we don't have experiences like that. We don't have walled cities. No one's going to kill us if we go through a certain intersection or gate. But it is kind of dangerous where we live, you know. I mean, even the other night, the session was saying, you know, our outdoor worship, what if somebody came through there with an assault rifle and started mowing us down while we're worshiping God? That'd be terrible, and it would be. So we never know when some crazy man is going to pull out an AR-15 and start shooting at us in the grocery store, at church, in schools. You know, and all these things have happened. It's not like we're making this up. And so, how do we maintain our safety? Well, I don't know. I mean, these are difficult problems with a lot of ramifications, and we're not going to get into all that this morning here. But think about that. That's sort of the parallel. Paul is being targeted by his enemies, and he has to escape. And so he slips out into a basket, down the wall, and runs. Where does he go? Back to Jerusalem. But we'll get to that tomorrow. So for now, but ponder this. How was it feel to go to synagogue and hear this preacher? And Paul was accredited as a rabbi. I mean, he knew his stuff. To hear this preacher talking about Jesus in positive ways when you expected this very same guy to be the one arresting Jesus' followers. How about that? Okay, ponder that today. We'll see you tomorrow.